Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome back to the Hermitcraft server. As you can see, we have rolled out the red carpet for the terraforming experience of our roller coaster. I've been collecting all sorts of terracotta, and we have been mixing and matching the dyes a little bit off camera. We have also been asking for the help of these guys. Luckily, these squid are so in need of swords that if you hit them with the sword a few times, they'll just give you squid ink. That's like a real value add for them, because they get that sort of like spinal massage that they're looking for, and we get the ink that we so enjoy in our terraforming process. So that is a big help. Thank you, locally sourced squids, for making every part of this terraforming initiative go a little bit quicker. Now, I had a fun weekend for Labor Day. I hope you guys did too. If you are not from the United States, Labor Day weekend is when we celebrate organized labor in this country, which we don't do very often. Now, you might say, Joe, are you really going to talk about organized labor at length on a YouTube show for kids? But let me tell you guys, maybe YouTube today announced that they're going to do all sorts of things where shows for kids are not going to get the same sort of revenue cut as other YouTube programming. So, luckily, I don't make shows for children. I make shows that children happen to watch with their parents sometimes, but are generally kind of weird and talk about everything from post-apocalyptic songwriting to, like, problems with, access to weapons in our society, issues about immigration. So luckily, we are an all-ages show that covers a variety of topics that are appropriate for families to discuss. I feel like if people want to have a conversation with their families about what the premise of asylum seeking is. Why do people from different countries seek asylum? What has asylum looked like historically? How is asylum changing in the world today? And is that per international norms or per the whims of individual nations or just leaders of individual nations? What does that mean for expressions of compassion in a modern age? These are the sorts of things that families are supposed to be able to talk about so that kids can understand that we live in a world that is kind of pretty much I don't want to say choose your own adventure book, but really everybody talks about how slow it is to change anything in this world. But a lot of the folks who do that are folks who are really happy with the status quo and don't want you to go in getting any ideas. A lot of things can change very quickly. The world doesn't have as much inertia as you might think. And so having an understanding of the need for compassion as people deal with these kind of capricious like swings of fate, that can affect anybody in any group at any time. A lot of times it's people who are less economically fortunate who end up getting crushed under the boot of progress, or it's folks who have already been, prejudiced against in one way or another. But, realistically, if we don't acknowledge how harsh and uncaring the world is, we can't truly acknowledge how important it is for individuals to be caring. We can't understand the true value of each of our contributions to the lives of others. Because without accurately understanding that contrast, then we're just goofing around like playing video games or taking care of ourselves and not necessarily taking care of others. And here, if you're not making the world better for everybody, you run the risk of not being the right people later. And I don't want to be like, oh, you should only help others because it's how you help yourself. But like, if you go out of your way to avoid helping others, you might be setting yourself up for some disappointments on the whole later. And maybe not even yourself, because I don't believe in karma in the traditional sense. We're like, oh, good things happen to people who do good things. I don't believe the world works that way. But I do believe that doing good things will make the world better. And personally, I plan to live in the world kind of indefinitely. Not like from an immortal standpoint where like, there's some people who are like, yeah, my plan for achieving immortality is to never die. It's like, no, that's not really, I don't have the funds or the scientific know-how for that. But realistically, I do believe that, I'm going to be here for a while. My descendants, right now I've only got the one, but, might be more later, who knows? Hopefully, they're going to live here for a while. So why wouldn't I want the world to be better for everybody in the long term? And how is the world going to be better for everybody in the long term if we can't sit down for a minute and talk about occasionally where people are hurting and how we can fix it, how we can improve it? Now, YouTube's definition of a kids show is closer to things like Dora the Explorer, where it's a show that is only for kids. So I don't think I'm in any real immediate peril of losing my advertising funding from Google, but I do want to remind you guys every so often, this is a show for people of all ages to be exposed to ideas that should be up for discussion, and hopefully that discussion will lead to action. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, hey, if you just talk about stuff long enough, it'll get better. That's actually how nothing gets better. But sometimes discussion is a precursor to action. And that's just something I wanted to point out. Where was I? Oh yeah, I'm terraforming this. Kind of haphazardly at the moment. But it is going to look better and better as we go. This is going to be kind of an iterative terraforming process. I've covered most of the land here. Not all, but most. With some of the brown or black terracotta as kind of a base layer, and then we're going to continue to accent that with other colors. I've started working on this part of the ravine here. Once again, base color, and then we'll come in with accent colors that'll kind of fill this out. I'm looking at this as kind of a iterative painting type experience, although I can only sleep at night and during thunderstorms. I try to be at rest in my heart while I am in action with my brain. I didn't think that through. I don't actually really try to do very much, guys. I just what I attempt to do is I attempt to structure my life so that doing whatever makes sense at the time will help the most people. And that's a weird way to structure your life, I guess. But if I can make it easy for me, if you can make it easy for your future self to do the right thing, then it's just easier to get that inertia, or in the very least to not do the wrong thing. So, yeah. I put some lava in these already, which makes it super dangerous every time I try to fly over there, because I'm always about to jump in that pit. Stay tuned to see if I fall in that pit. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and work on doing that kind of base layer of the terracotta all around this island. We're nearly done. But after that, we'll do some more detail work. We'll work on these lava pools, and we'll start getting some of the redstone in, hopefully, this episode. So here we go. Time skip. Whoa. You might say, Joe, what are you doing back in the mine with your arms swinging left to right? Well, let me tell you, I started looking for some gold to make some more golden carrots, and I found these diamonds instead. Let me verify, is this my diamond pick? No, this is not my good pick. This is my Silk Touch pick. Where's my Fortune 3 pick? We didn't bring our Fortune 3 pick because we weren't looking for diamonds. We're going to Silk Touch these diamonds, and we're going to bring them back to our game then, and then Fortune 3 pick them later. This is a lot less climactic than I was expecting. I hope you weren't expecting... Whoa. That's interesting. Ooh, lava. And Cub Fan. I bet Cub Fan's here to jump me in the lava. Or dump me in the lava. Or bump me in the lava. Don't lump me in with the lava, Cub. Lava and I are distinct entities. We should actually say hello. Howdy, Cub. Hope he's having a good night. Hope you are having a good night or a good day. Or a good time or a good space. No matter what. Oh, this is not a safe place. I feel like there's likely... Oh, okay, only having the diamonds in my hotbar there does not make it easy to build a proper ladder up. It's like, luckily I've got all these ladders here, but I can't affix them to anything at the moment. Already a skeleton. He's gonna dump me in the lava. Are you Cub fan in disguise? I hope not. Because slaying Cub fan is actually a crime in the state of Illinois. So I recommend against it. No felonies here. I know it sounds like a pretty name, but it's actually a really bad concept in criminal law. Really, most concepts in criminal law are not the good ones. So I would recommend avoiding crimes in general. But, you know, that's just me, Joe Hills, acknowledging that crimes exist, which makes this a family-friendly stream because I'm discouraging criminal activity, but I'm not pretending we live in a world that's perfect where all we discuss is colors and shapes. Although, like, I don't know if you've read the book Flatland, but it's very political. Anyway, we should probably go before we actually lose all these diamonds, because this entire expedition, I've already died once, which is why I have both elytras on me, because I needed to use the elytra to retrieve the other elytra. Anyway, let's not turn this into a cavalcade of comedies of errors that are eventually a tragedy of overcorrection. Let's just rest, and then keep adventuring. I've started saying that on Twitter at the end of the night. Rest, and then keep adventuring. People seem to like that. That seems to calm people. It seems like a lot of people have difficult lives. And let me tell you, well, life is a lot of work if you're trying to do a good job. So even though I might not have the same difficulties as others, I know how hard it is to try and be a good parent and hold down a job and do all these things at once while still making art. So I want to try to be empathetic toward people who are dealing with even greater difficulties than my own. See, there we go, acknowledging difficulties again. Take that, YouTube content thing. Life isn't always perfect. Now this isn't a show for 3-year-olds. Time skip. Good news, everyone. I've heard that there is some sort of new blimp going on over here, and all we need to enjoy it are a few diamonds. Luckily, I got these diamond ores to go to the blimpy stores. Is this the blimp? Or this is not the blimp. Is this Ravager Run? Am I about to get attacked by a bunch of Ravagers? Somewhere... Where is Dig Straight Down? This whole place has gotten so overrun with minigames I can't even find what I'm looking for anymore. Is this burning thing the blimp? Is this a Hindenburg joke? Who can say? Who can say indeed? Ooh, that's a really cool pattern there. I didn't even know you could make those. What is this game? This looks like a game for people who don't have elytras on. We'll come back. I feel like I'm in the wrong place. Somewhere there's supposed to be a blimp, and I'm supposed to give the blimp person diamonds. So let's see. Okay, here is Dig Straight Down. And he's still short on pickaxes. We're gonna have to fix that at some point. Okay, but oh, that's a cool water tower at least. False well? Does that mean that there's a truth well somewhere? Can we find the truth well and throw coins into it and receive secrets? Or even more startlingly, publicly known truths that we ourselves had failed to acknowledge in our hearts? Maybe those... Oh! I think I found it. I think I found that blimp. Let's go see what's going on in the sky. I wonder why the arrow points into this bay. Let's see what they say. Hey, example deals are not for sale. Oh, is this some sort of guerrilla marketing? Are you secretly a gorilla? Let's find out. Sahara Now membership. Glad I got your attention with my enormous blimp. I'm here to show you some of the best deals you can get with the Sahara Now membership parent-teacher organization. You simply buy a token from me here and take it to Sahara in the shopping district. Gain access to the upstairs area where you can cycle through the shulker boxes like you see here. The prices are low. Each shulker is unique, and the price is for everything, including the shulker box itself. You'll definitely find something you need at a seriously low price. Take a look at my example boxes in the airship to see the kind of deals you can expect. Thank you for reading, and I hope you will buy a membership. Please buy a membership. I spent so long on this blimp. Sahara Now member. 100 diamonds. Okay, well, let's see. We have 6 of these, and each one of these has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 diamonds on each face. And each face, well, there's 6 faces because these are cubes. So we need, I guess, 2.5 of these blocks. Oh, I don't know if I can break this into half. Is there any signage about the change situation here? Well, let's just see what's in the box. Hey, quartz for 5 diamonds. That seems like a good deal. All sorts for 4 diamonds. All sorts is British. It's like a thing that they say, like when they're trying not to blatantly insult you. When they'll be like, "Oh well, it takes all sorts. You're the all sorts." Hungry? 8 diamonds. Hey, I am running low on those. I'm on my last stack. Gravel for 4 diamonds. Well, I mean, I could sell gravel for 4 diamonds. Why don't I? To the moon for 5 diamonds. Yeah, on the whole, this seems good. If I only had a better way of breaking that cube full of diamonds in half. Maybe I need to go find one of those stone cutters. I don't know. Uh-oh. Seems kind of dangerous to be up here. I don't want a creeper to spawn on part of this blimp and then blow up after Grian worked so hard. Which is why I'm definitely not flying too close to the surface of the blimp right now at night. Oh, there really are creepers on top. I don't know if you guys know this, but Grian famously loves hydrogen and not helium when it comes to blimp. Yeah, that's right. You learn your lesson, zombie. So if that creeper went off, that entire thing is probably filled with whatever the Minecraft equivalent of hydrogen is. Literally, there's probably 8,000 TNT blocks in there, if I had to guess. Now, do I want to be the person who blows up Grian's blimp? It would be funny, but I think he only finished it today, so we should probably not. Let's give the other hermits a chance to enjoy his sparkling deals before we accidentally cause a chain reaction that would probably blow up most of the minigames district, you know. But I guess that's one of the fun things about declaring that you're going to open a new district on Hermitcraft. If you inadvertently set into motion the chain of events that destroys that district, you know, you give and you take away, and nobody gets mad. Yeah, it's nice to play with friends. I think there was a lot of sarcasm in this. Maybe this would not be suitable for a child YouTube automatic censor filter thing. Think about that. Time skip. We have taken to the skies once more. This time, in search of the gates of Area 77. You know, I've got a lot of messages from kind, gentle viewers saying, "Joe, I don't know what's going on back there. But anytime something is going on in a secret government installation, you got to start asking yourself, who is that government? Who comprises the citizenry that elected those leaders? Do those leaders fairly and accurately represent the general population?" Oh, is this a stop sign made with a map in Minecraft? Oh my goodness, somebody worked hard. I bet False worked really hard on that, you guys. That's actually really good. Okay, so we're going to stop. Mary had a little lamb. Look both ways. Now go. Vroom. This is my car noise. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're puttering around the house, you can putter like an engine. You don't just have to like pick things up and move them from room to room. You can go. It is the best. Okay, so this is the gate to Area 77, where Scar has instructed me to leave a delivery of dirt as well as a bill. I'm using air quotes there. And I don't know why he said a bill. I'm going to give them an invoice. It's strange that they don't have like a delivery entrance or something, but whatever. I'll just leave this outside the gate, and we'll just hope that somebody doesn't run by and steal it. Well, I guess nobody else is online right now. So here we go. I'm going to just dump all this dirt, as well as these, I got these shulker boxes here full of dirt. So we can just kind of dump some of that in there. There we go, there's some more dirt. And hey, there's some more dirt. I probably should have brought more chests, in retrospect. Maybe I'll just go ahead and leave one of these shulker boxes. There we go. We'll just set that right there. We'll pick up our other shulker box, and we will say, let's face the sign. We got to know where our audience is. Dirt delivery from @JoeHills. Done. Now let's bring that into contrast compliance. There we go. That's maybe legible, probably not. And we're going to put this invoice in here. I want them to demonstrate love. If they're going to be a non-democratically elected government that runs secret tests on things behind closed doors, you know, the best they can do, or, you know, the least they can do, is maybe be kind about it. So, we'll go ahead and put unwavering faith in them, regardless of whether or not they've earned it. And hopefully that dirt will end up finding a wonderful home and not be used to create mass graves. Although I guess you usually create mass graves by removing dirt. So maybe they're wondering, hey Joe, where did all this dirt come from? What are you burying? There's a lot of questions all around. Whoa, that was maybe not the safest way to end up in the bed. Time skip. We are flying back past New Hermiton Villageburg, Adelphia, toward the traditional shopping district so that we can purchase a few more fireworks. Now, I don't know if you know this YouTube algorithm that determines whether or not, whoa, this is not the portal thing. I'll leave you guys alone. Okay, yeah, that's probably not the real Cub fan. Anyway, what I was going to say is, yeah, unlike a children's video where we don't buy any fireworks or operate aircraft, I think we're about to both buy fireworks and operate aircraft, or buy fireworks so we can use them to propel aircraft. Yeah, there just seems like there's a lot of good things going on here that are definitely great for the whole family, but not necessarily setting a good example for a 3-year-old. If your 3-year-old is attempting to buy fireworks without you parents, you know what? That sort of behavior, that's a warning sign. And you need to have a very honest and open conversation with your small child about trying to circumvent laws that prevent little children from, you know, starting... Wow, this is not how this tunnel usually works. Yeah, talk to your kids about this tunnel, because somebody should. It's kind of a mess right now. Wow. See, that's the other thing, is in a kids-only video, you'd never say, talk to your kids about this, because most children don't have kids. Think about that, YouTube algorithm. Think about that. Okay, so we have reached the end here, and been awarded an additional boat, precisely as the designer intended. We can now take flight on a nice little glide to the greatest shop on the Hermitcraft server, the one that sells fireworks the absolute best way. Do you guys have any thoughts about what shop is the best shop on the whole server to buy fireworks? Is it over here? Also, do I need currency this time? Probably. Let's go ahead and make sure we got our Fortune 3 pick out. So, you don't want to walk into a shop with no money on you. That's vagrancy. They don't like that. So here we go, heading to the greatest fireworks shop on the server, Tango Tex Fireworks, woo! It's probably actually out of fireworks, because Tango hasn't logged on for, like, a while. These are shulker boxes. These are diamonds. And, okay. Well, I guess we'll have to go to the second best fireworks shop on the server. Which is kind of over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Woo! Okay. 9 diamonds for 1 Vex rocket box. Good news, everyone. How? 9 diamonds per shulker box. How do you... Do I have to put diamonds into the... Why can't we just have a chest where you buy things? I just want a chest where I put the diamonds in. Is this the payment? Do I throw the diamonds into here? No. Oh. What? That is also not... Oh, man. Okay, well, that's disappointing. So I can buy these premium rockets for 1 diamond per stack. Or... I'm actually out of rockets entirely now. So, I guess we can walk at Sahara. We're gonna walk at Sahara. It's up there on the horizon. I don't know what I'm gonna feast my eyes on when it comes to their menu of available products. It's always rotating, just like a revolving door. I don't know why you'd want your available inventory to have much in common with a door on a multi-story building, but I guess we're gonna go find out. Hey, Sahara, are you selling rockets or are you out? They're out. Okay. Well, next problem. No, wait. We're still on the same problem. We just need a totally different solution. Okay, well, apparently... We're gonna go buy some premium rockets, guys. People might be like, Joe, isn't that a little bit bourgeoisie? And I would say, thank you. Thank you so much for actually pronouncing every syllable in bourgeoisie. I have found so many lazy people, just saying bougie. It's the most terrible mangling of French and English combined that I've ever seen. Just don't. You are better than that. You are better than that. And if you leave here with 1 lesson today, 3 syllables, bourgeoisie, you can do it. Oh no, I'm teaching small children how to pronounce words. Better not do that anymore, or YouTube might accidentally flag me as a child YouTube channel. So, anyway, what were we gonna do? Let's go dangerously shoot off fireworks. Woo! Oh man, that's pretty plaza. Anyway, y'all might have noticed this episode was mid-roll ad-free. Whoa. And that's thanks to $100 a month Patreon sponsor Bioduck. In lieu of that mid-roll ad, I will now present to you a poetry writing prompt. So you can go ahead and write a nice little poem and leave it in the YouTube comments section below. Don't just act your age. Act of your age. Act from your age. How old did you get to be? And didn't you get there by being each of the others? So what are you going to do with that? How are you going to span the spectrum of your experience? Act more than your age. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.